Hey guys, just going to go through some basic core stability work for the anterior and posterior chain. So I'm going to lie down and work some leg slide drills. This is the basic beginning stage to get the various hollow body holds. In this first version, I'm actually keeping a neutral spine. So I've got a natural curvature in the lumbar spine and a natural curvature in the cervical spine. And I'm just going to alternate the legs, maintaining alignment and getting hip back disassociation. To make that harder, I take both feet off, take one leg out, touch the heel, come back and do that there. I work that for a minute. To make that harder again, you can take both legs, which is a lot harder. Once you've got those down, then you can obviously slow it down so you're spending more time with the legs out extended. From there you can go into a hollow body hold with a short lever. Now it's really important when you're progressing from having a head on the ground to taking the head off that you don't overly flex the cervical spine and that you allow for a slightly natural curve there, but you're doing it from here, not just projecting the head forward. And you want to maintain a nice position with the tongue on the roof of the mouth, jaw closed. And you don't have to go into a fully flexed position to start with. You want to progress into that. You can use that, but you want to make sure you've got good control and good stabilization. You want to start with the legs in, and it should feel fairly comfortable. You can protract the scaps, you can reach up, but ideally you start with the arms here, and then you're going to reach out with the legs. Once you can get that comfortably, then you can integrate the arms. You can of course integrate the arms sooner. I just like that progression, so it helps people focus more on one part of their body and focus on here, which is the limiting factor, and then also allowing for that neck to be stable before you go into that shoulder flexed position. For the other side, for the posterior chain, I like to start people off with the alternating Superman. So just having the forehead down, breathing in, lifting the opposite arm and leg. And just like doing the alternating leg slides, it allows for a cross bracing mechanism, and it's allowing for a more natural left-right contraction of the posterior chain, just like when you're doing the leg slides for the anterior chain. And I find that's much more effective, especially if people have some instabilities. It helps them figure out if there's a left-right imbalance, and that they can work on that before they work the double leg stuff, which is heavier load and double arm, but you want to make sure that you can really facilitate the right muscle recruitment through the back before you progress too heavily. Even though this side is easier than the other side, I like to start people out with that. Then you can go into just coming up and down in the Cobra. You don't want to force the extension in your lower back, you want to lengthen the spine. You can get a W position, get into this position, the Cobra, come into a T, Y, and then work your way up. You can do more of an arch once you've got good control, but you want to make sure you've got good control before you progress into something that's excessive, and you want to make sure that you're getting nice recruitment through the whole spine, not just over facilitating the lower back. So let's get the timer going. You want to use a minute each side, so do the version that you can do comfortably for the full minute. If you're going too hard, you'll find that you start shaking and you're going to recruit the wrong fiber types. You're not going to let those slow twitch muscles catch up. So I'm going to just start out just some basic leg slides, maintaining the pelvic stability and getting that hip back disassociation, keeping that curve there, trying to feel those lower abdominals work with the pelvic floor, with my deep abdominal wall, maintaining a smooth breath, completing that. If I want to make it a little bit harder, I can have my legs out a little bit so that I'm working more the whole time, so I'm not getting that rest in between. And slow it down. Ideally, with all the core work, you should be able to maintain a nice smooth 15-second breath. So getting 4 breaths in a minute. So I like to use in for 5, out for 5, hold out for 5. You can do a 12-second and get 5 breaths in a minute. You shouldn't have to breathe excessively for core work. It shouldn't be that hard. So breathing in, coming up, in for 5, out for 5, holding up. Then I hold the breath out for 5, come down, in, out, hold it out. In, out, hold it out. Next side. So to make that one a bit harder, I'm going to go into the double leg ones, keeping the head there. I can make that harder. There, or just do the holds like that. With this, ideally I wouldn't talk, so I can keep the neck nice and stable and condition that. We'll go back here, tip my head down so I can talk. So this version is quite good. You shouldn't see the abdominal wall bulge out. If you're doing it with a neutral spine there, that gap should stay the same. Shouldn't jump up. Those hip flexors should be under control and kept in check by the lower abdominals as you're going out and in. This side, a little bit harder work into coming up with both. Breathing in 5, out 5, hold out 5. Just going to get a nice static hold. Use that breath, feel those lower traps work. Feel the glutes come in with the lower back. Shouldn't be clenching anything, it should feel nice. This stuff is boring, but it's important. It's not sexy. It is much better to do all your compound movements and feel better, but it's more enjoyable doing those, but these are very important. Just to have that nice postural endurance and stability in the spine. And I've spent a lot of time, and I've had clients spend a lot of time with me rebuilding these low-level systems just to get out of discomfort. So I'm going to try this one with my head off, come out, maintain that, get that nice protractor position. Trying to keep those hip flexors open, glutes on. These are great. Definitely hard work. And when you do the full 3 sets of those, it's pretty nasty. Here coming out, those thumbs back. That external rotation really helps with the shoulder girdle and allows for better recruitment through the back, better postural correction. Want to feel that length in the spine, activation of the pelvic floor throughout, lengthening through the fingers. 10 more breaths. stuff, like I said, isn't the funnest part of the training, but if you've had lower back pain, it's great insurance on the lower back to keep this system healthy. You make that investment, get it done, tick it off, and enjoy the rest of the day. A 6-minute investment in a day to avoid spinal instability or joint pain is definitely worth it. Oftentimes it doesn't feel worth it until you've experienced a decent level of pain or discomfort. Then you understand how important it is to maintain good joint integrity through the body, and that it feels great to do the heavier lifting, the more explosive training, the harder, heavier training, but this stuff holds everything together, so you want the combination of both, so you can keep enjoying the other stuff and just enjoy day-to-day living without discomfort. So I hope that helps. Get into it, get it done. Let me know your thoughts, ideas, questions, comments, and I'll see you soon.